All right, traders, Brian here. This is another segment, we'll call it segment 2, on how I get into option trades. So I'm going to cover another technique in this one, a very specific technique that I use. At some point in time, I'll kind of combine all of these maybe into one like matrix so you can see some of the things I look at all in one fell swoop. But anyway, I want to show this to you, and maybe it can help you in your trading as well. Anyway, it's just a different, another perspective. So we know that from segment 1, I showed you the ribbon and how I like to wait until price gets into the ribbon, and then I put tranches of option trades on. All right, so now I'm going to show you a way I use a couple of different techniques for trend continuation, and I structure the trades a little bit differently in that. I'm not going to talk a lot about extensively about all the different types of trade structures that you can use with options, but we'll talk about one specific for this. All right, so again, this is my favorite time of the year that leads up to some of the best and the most profitable and the easiest option trades to make, and that's into the end of the year. You know, really that October time frame into January and March of next year is really easy pickings most of the time, and so that's what we want to take advantage of. Here we are in August, and let me describe what we have in front of us. And again, this technique is what I use for trend continuation trades. It's a multi-time frame approach. We always start out, or I always start out, with the weekly time frame. You see here I have my ribbon template in NinjaTrader with the indicators I discussed in that segment 1 video down here. So we have AVGO, and you'll see here that we've already struck in that August 5th panic. We struck the ribbon and catapulted right up. So we're still in a bullish weekly time frame. Now all of these dates right here, this is Back to the Future predictive software on where potential future turning points will play out. I can't make this work at all on really low time frames, especially scalping time frames, but it provides you a pretty good dimension, another perspective for time on higher time frames, and I really like it on the weeklies. So here you can see here where it's projected tops, bottoms, so it's pretty good on the weekly time frame here. I have no complaints with this at all. I know a lot of people don't like it, but for the higher time frame, it works pretty well for me. So we have a projected low area around 830. Now, is it going to bottom on 830? No, probably not, but you can see here it gets pretty close. So we're in a bullish trend, uptrend on a weekly time frame, potentially pulling back down as witnessed. All my down bars are white, up bars are this deep violet color. All right, so this kind of sets the stage for me. I've got this on my watch list, so now I want to drill down and show you how what I use to actually trade this for this type of setup, and this is a trend continuation. So I'm going to pull this chart off to the side, and I'm going to roll you over into my TradingView template. It's very simple. You can see we've got buy sell indicators on there, and this is the Coral Trend Indicator. All right, the CTI_LB. That's what that is. I think I have it set for the default. No, I set it to a 36. Yeah, I prefer the 36 setting smoothing factor on this, and all this is just derivatives of moving averages. You know, it's not any different than anything I've created on NinjaTrader to use with my trend models, but it's just I can't do any scripting in TradingView, so they have hundreds of thousands of indicators in here. You can find just about anything you're looking for. All right, so these buy and sell indicators are the range filter buy and sell strategy. I really like this, and so I'll show you how I use it. So you already know from my Back to the Future timing in my weekly ribbon chart, we're bullish in AVGO on the weekly time frame. As always, we're going to start everything off on the weekly and work our way down. All right, so you can see here, again, if I overlaid these buys and sells with those with the Back to the Future things, that some of these would come pretty close. All right, so you can see right now the most recent weekly signal is a buy. Now, I don't jump in here and put option trades on at these signals here. What I do is I just drill down. So we're on the weekly, we're bullish. You can see the ribbon was bullish, the coral trend indicator is bullish. Now let's go down to the daily. All right, the daily was bullish, so that could have been an entry, on that Heikin Ashi bar. These are Heikin Ashi bars. That's what these are. So I'm not taking the stock and trading every one of these signals, but you can see some of them are pretty good. I'm waiting for setups to make this system work for me. So I could have easily taken that trade right there, put an option trade on. Now this is a daily time frame, but you see here we have a pullback on the 1 hour time frame. So I can just wait on this 1 hour time frame until I get another green Heikin Ashi candle. We're already in a buy zone. As long as I don't get a sell, what I'm looking for is another green Heikin Ashi, and I'm just going to buy the calls on AVGO. Now with this method I'm using here, I can go down to the 10-minute as well, and that's really what I prefer to do. Now that I'm in a pullback, I'm in a bullish trend on the weekly, I'm in a bullish trend on the weekly, bullish with a pullback on the daily. I'm in a definite pullback on the 1 hour, and I can go down to the 10-minute and wait for my signal. So now I'm just waiting for a buy on the 10-minute, and what I'll do is I will buy a call. It can be at the money, it could be 1 strike, 2 strikes out of the money. I wouldn't go for these types of trades. I wouldn't go any further than 2 strikes out, because these are real short, for me, short duration. So I'm going to go at the money, or 1, maybe 2 strikes out of the money. And I'm only going to go 5 to 8 days out in duration. Now, I make all the stocks I follow for trades are with the weekly option expiration. Over here in Thinkorswim, they have a watch list already put together for stocks and ETFs that have just weekly expiration options on them. So that's all I'm looking at. That way I keep in things that are pretty liquid when I'm trading like this. So that's really it for this method right here. It's you identify it on the weekly, you walk it down to the daily once you find your setup, whichever setup you like, and then you just wait for this range filter to give you a buy signal, and you can get into your trade. That's really all there is to it. So I just wanted to show you this, and again, this is on TradingView. I'll back it back out, and I'll start posting some other charts that, this concept works on every time frame. You see back here in 1 December 2022, you had a buy signal, so you could go down to every weekly if you wanted to do that. You just keep walking the dog on this thing. So you have all these 21. Yeah, you have all these potentials in here that you could try to take advantage of. So anyway, that's how I use some of these things, just to make my options trading really easy. Hopefully this gives you some ideas for your own for your own trading. Anyway, that's it. We will chat later. See you in the room.